Hi, I'm Kai, 24 years old, married to the love of my life for 2 years, and we just found out we're having a baby. Life was pretty perfect until my Aunt Linda decided to show her true colors at what was supposed to be a celebration. So how far along are you now? Marcus asked, grabbing another burger from the grill. My best friend since high school had been the first person I called when Emma took that pregnancy test. Emma smiled, her hand resting on her barely there bump. 12 weeks. We wanted to wait until the first trimester was over before telling everyone. That's awesome, man. You're going to be a great dad. Marcus clapped me on the shoulder. Thanks, bro. I'm terrified but excited, you know? That's normal. My sister said the same thing when she was pregnant. I noticed Aunt Linda approaching from across the yard, her expression already sour. She'd been living with us for the past month after her divorce, and I'd been regretting that decision more every day. Kai, we need to talk, she said, not even acknowledging Emma or Marcus. What's up, Aunt Linda? In private. Marcus raised his eyebrows and made himself scarce. Emma squeezed my hand before heading toward the pool area where some other guests were chatting. What's this I hear about Emma being pregnant? Aunt Linda crossed her arms. Yeah, we're having a baby. We were going to announce it today to everyone. Are you out of your mind? You're 24 years old. So? Mom had me when she was 23. That was different. Your mother was mature, established. We're established. I've got a good job at the engineering firm. Emma's a teacher. Your children yourselves. You haven't even lived yet. Aunt Linda, with all due respect, this isn't your decision. Someone needs to talk sense into you before you ruin your lives. I took a deep breath, trying to keep my cool. This conversation is over. It's our life, our choice. You'll regret this, Kai. Mark my words. She stormed off toward the house, and I shook my head, rejoining the party. About 30 minutes later, I was helping Marcus with the food when I heard shouting. You need to think about what you're doing. That was Aunt Linda's voice, sharp and angry. I turned to see her standing by the pool, right in front of Emma. My wife's face was pale, her hands up defensively. Linda, please, just calm down, Emma said quietly. Don't tell me to calm down. You trapped my nephew. That's not, I would never. I started running, but I was too far away. In what felt like slow motion, Aunt Linda shoved Emma hard, both hands against her shoulders. Emma stumbled backward, her eyes wide with shock, and then she hit the water with a splash that seemed to echo across the entire yard. Emma! I dove in immediately, the water rushing over my head. When I surfaced with my arm around Emma, helping her up, she was gasping and shaking. The baby, she whispered, clutching her stomach. Kai, the baby. You're too young for kids anyway, Aunt Linda shouted from the edge of the pool. Maybe this is for the best. Marcus grabbed her arm. Are you insane? What is wrong with you? Several guests had their phones out, and I could see them recording. Good. I needed that evidence. Get her out of here, I told Marcus as I helped Emma out of the pool. She was trembling, water streaming from her sundress. I need to go to the hospital, Emma said, her voice breaking. Something feels wrong. The ER waiting room felt like torture. Emma had been taken back immediately when I mentioned she was pregnant and had been pushed into a pool. The nurse's expression had shifted from concern to alarm instantly. My mother arrived 20 minutes later, her face ashen. Kai, what happened? I got your text. Aunt Linda pushed Emma into the pool, Mom. She's pregnant, and Linda just... I couldn't finish the sentence. She wouldn't. Linda wouldn't do that. She did. There are witnesses. Marcus saw it. People recorded it. Mom sank into the chair next to me. But why would she? Because she thinks we're too young to have kids. She's been judgmental since we announced it, and today she just snapped. Where is she now? Marcus took her back to our house. I told him to make sure she stays there until I get back. The doctor appeared in the doorway. Mr. Kai, I jumped up. How is she? Is the baby? Your wife is stable, and we're monitoring the baby closely. Emma has some bruising from the fall, and she's experiencing some cramping. But the heartbeat is strong. We want to keep her overnight for observation. Can I see her? Of course. Room 214. I found Emma sitting up in the hospital bed, her eyes red from crying. When she saw me, fresh tears started falling. Hey, it's okay, I said, taking her hand. Is it, though? What if something happens to the baby because of what she did? The doctor said the heartbeat is strong. You're both fighters. I can't believe she pushed me, Kai. Who does that? Who pushes a pregnant woman? Someone who's about to face serious consequences. Emma's best friend, Sarah, burst through the door moments later. Oh my God, Emma, I came as soon as I heard. Sarah, what are you doing here? Marcus called me. He told me everything. Sarah pulled up a chair on Emma's other side. Are you okay? Is the baby? We're okay for now, just scared. Sarah's expression hardened. Good, because I've been doing some digging. Your aunt has a history, Kai. What do you mean? I looked her up online. She was sued 3 years ago for assault at her workplace. Some coworker disagreed with her about something, and Linda allegedly shoved her down a flight of stairs. My blood ran cold. What happened with that case? Settled out of court. The records are sealed, but the initial filing is public. She has a pattern of losing control when people don't do what she wants. Why didn't anyone tell me this before? Mom had followed me in and overheard. Because your father and I didn't know. Linda never told us. Of course she didn't, I said bitterly. Kai, you need to understand, Linda's been through a lot. Mom, don't make excuses for what she did. I'm not making excuses, I'm just saying there might be an explanation. An explanation? She assaulted my pregnant wife. She could have killed our baby. Emma grabbed my hand tighter. Sarah stood up, facing my mother. Mrs. Patterson, with all due respect, there's no explanation that makes this okay. None. Mom's eyes filled with tears. I know, she's my sister. This is so hard. It's hard? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Emma is lying in a hospital bed because your sister attacked her. You're right. You're absolutely right. Mom wiped her eyes. What do you need from me? I need you to tell me everything you know about Linda. Every incident, every time she's lost her temper, everything. Mom nodded slowly. When we were young, Linda pushed a girl off the playground equipment because she took her swing. The girl broke her arm. Our parents paid for the medical bills and convinced the family not to press charges. There's more? In college, she got into a physical fight with her roommate over something trivial. The roommate moved out. Then there was the incident Sarah mentioned. And her husband, her ex-husband, he once mentioned that Linda got physical during arguments, but he never gave details. She's violent, Sarah said flatly. This isn't a one-time thing. This is who she is. 2 days later, after Emma was cleared to come home with strict bed rest orders, I returned to our house to confront Aunt Linda. Marcus had been staying there to make sure she didn't leave or destroy evidence. She's in the guest room, Marcus told me at the door. Been quiet mostly, but I heard her on the phone with a lawyer yesterday. Good. She's going to need one. I knocked once on the guest room door before opening it. Aunt Linda sat on the bed, her expression defiant. We need to talk, I said. There's nothing to talk about. It was an accident. An accident? You pushed her deliberately. I have videos from 3 different angles. She was being dramatic. I barely touched her. She's in the hospital. Our baby could have died. Oh, please, women have babies in war zones. A little splash in a pool isn't going to hurt anything. The casual dismissal in her voice made my hands shake with rage. Get out. Pack your things and get out of my house. Where am I supposed to go? That's not my problem anymore. You have until tomorrow morning. Kai, wait, let's talk about this reasonably. Reasonably? Like you were being reasonable when you assaulted my wife? Linda's face twisted. I was trying to help you. You're making a huge mistake having a baby this young. That's not your decision. Someone has to protect you from yourself. Marcus appeared in the doorway. You're not protecting anyone. You're controlling. There's a difference. Stay out of this, Linda snapped at him. No, actually I won't. I watched you push a pregnant woman into a pool. I gave my statement to the police yesterday. Linda's face went pale. The police? Yeah, the police. What did you think was going to happen? She turned to me, her expression shifting to something almost pleading. Kai, I'm your aunt. I've known you since you were born. You're not really going to press charges against family, are you? You stopped being family when you hurt Emma. I didn't mean to hurt her. I just wanted to snap some sense into her, into both of you. You're throwing your lives away. By having a family, by being happy. You don't understand what you're giving up. I understand perfectly. I'm choosing my wife and child over someone who thinks violence is acceptable. Linda stood up, taking a step toward me. If you do this, if you press charges, you'll regret it. Your mother will never forgive you. The whole family will turn against you. Is that a threat? It's a fact. You're choosing that girl over your blood family. Emma is my family. She's my wife. And you know what? If the rest of the family can't see how wrong what you did was, then I don't need them either. You're being ridiculous. I'm done here. Be gone by tomorrow or I'll have the police remove you. As I turned to leave, Linda grabbed my arm. Kai, please. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I'll apologize to Emma. We can move past this. I pulled my arm away. No, we can't. Your apology means nothing. You're only sorry because there are consequences. That's not true. I care about you. If you cared, you never would have done it in the first place. Everyone makes mistakes. Mistakes are accidents. What you did was deliberate. You wanted to hurt her. You said it yourself. Maybe losing the baby would be for the best. Linda's expression hardened again. Fine, if that's how you want it, then I'll make sure everyone knows what an ungrateful nephew you are. I'll tell them how you abandoned family. Tell them whatever you want. The truth is on my side. She got right in my face. You'll pay for this. Both of you will pay. Marcus immediately stepped between us. That sounded a lot like another threat, Linda. Want to make it 3 for 3? Get out of my way. She tried to push past Marcus, but he didn't budge. Instead, he pulled out his phone. That's all recorded too. You really don't learn, do you? The preliminary hearing was 3 weeks later. Emma was there, looking stronger but still cautious with every movement. The doctor had confirmed the baby was fine, but the stress had taken its toll on both of us. The prosecutor, Ms. Chen, was thorough and professional. Mr. Kai, can you walk us through what happened on July 15th? We were having a gathering to announce Emma's pregnancy. My Aunt Linda had been living with us and had already expressed disapproval. That day, she confronted Emma by the pool. And what happened next? She pushed Emma into the pool with both hands. Emma fell backward into the water. She's 12 weeks pregnant. She was 12 weeks at the time. How did you feel when you saw this? Terrified, angry. I jumped in immediately to get Emma out, and we went straight to the ER. Miss Chen turned to the judge. Your Honor, we have video evidence from 3 separate witnesses showing the defendant deliberately pushing Mrs. Emma while she was visibly pregnant. We also have medical records showing the injuries and stress caused by this assault. Linda's lawyer stood up. Your Honor, my client deeply regrets this incident. It was a moment of poor judgment, and she's willing to apologize and make amends. No, I interrupted. The judge looked at me sternly, but Miss Chen nodded for me to continue. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but we don't want her apology. This isn't the first time she's been violent. She has a history of assault. She needs to face real consequences. The judge reviewed the documents. Mr. Kai, I understand your feelings, but this court will determine the appropriate consequences. I understand, Your Honor. I just want to make it clear that we're not looking for reconciliation. We want justice. After presenting all the evidence, including Sarah's findings about Linda's past incidents and the threatening statements she'd made afterward, the judge spoke. Miss Linda Patterson, this court finds sufficient evidence to proceed with charges of assault and battery, with the enhanced consideration of the victim's pregnancy. Additionally, the threats made following the incident will be considered. Bail is set at $50,000. Linda's face crumbled. This is ridiculous. He's my nephew. Your family relationship makes this worse, not better, the judge said firmly. Court is adjourned. As we left the courthouse, Mom was waiting outside. Kai, can we talk? If you're here to defend her, I'm not. I'm here to apologize. I should have believed you immediately. I should have supported you and Emma without hesitation. Emma took my hand. Mrs. Patterson, thank you for saying that. I've been thinking about everything Sarah found, everything you told me. Linda has always had a temper, and I've always made excuses for her. I enabled her, and I'm sorry. You both deserve better. We appreciate that, Mom. How are you feeling, Emma, and the baby? We're okay. The doctor says everything looks good now. Just need to take it easy for a while. I'm so relieved. And Kai, I want you to know, I'm testifying at the trial against Linda if needed. I hugged my mother. Thank you. Marcus jogged up to us from the parking lot. Hey, just got a call from my lawyer buddy. Linda's trying to negotiate a plea deal. What kind of deal? Emma asked. Assault charges, anger management, restraining order, and community service. No jail time, but it'll be on her record. I looked at Emma. What do you think? I think as long as she can never come near us or our baby again, I can live with that. I just want to move forward. Me too. Miss Chen approached us. I'll recommend we accept the plea if the restraining order is permanent and she completes extensive counseling. The most important thing is protecting your family. Agreed, I said. 3 months later, Emma and I were setting up the nursery. The crib was assembled, tiny clothes were folded in drawers, and a mobile of stars hung from the ceiling. Can you believe we're almost there? Emma asked, her hand on her now obvious bump. 5 more weeks, I can't wait to meet our daughter. She's going to be so loved. Yeah, she is, and she'll never know what it's like to have family who don't support her. My phone buzzed with a message from Marcus. Dinner this weekend? Sarah wants to meet baby girl when she arrives. Marcus wants to know about dinner this weekend. Tell him yes, we need to celebrate with people who actually matter. I smiled and typed a response, then looked around our home, our safe home, free from judgment and violence. You know what? We're going to be amazing parents. Because we already know what kind of parents not to be? Exactly. So what would you do if a family member attacked your pregnant partner? Would you press charges or try to keep the peace? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more real-life stories.